All right. Welcome everybody to our August town hall. We've got a packed lineup here, but we'll give just a few, maybe a minute or so for people to start rolling in since we just went live. Welcome everybody. I'm going to open up the chat as well and encourage everybody here on our panel, I guess, today to go over to X, check out the stream, and you can find the chat. I'll send that here to you guys so you guys can jump in the chat as we roll through our town hall. GM to everybody just joining. All right, Igneous, John, Wesley, Sterling, I just posted in the chat if you want to jump in on the live chat that's happening over on Twitter as well. What's up, Gulsher? What's up, Crypto Novato and Leo Tun? Some familiar faces already. Good to see you guys here. Just give it a few more seconds and then we'll roll into our agenda as everybody starts to roll in. All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? All right, so as usual, if you've been to our town halls, this is sort of an opportunity for us as an ecosystem and as a community to just come together and take a look at what happened over the last month, but also take a look ahead at what's coming. In addition, we try to give you a few things that you can do today, this week, if you're looking to get involved in the ecosystem or in the community, whether you're a builder, whether you are somebody who is just looking to get involved in the community, or if you just want to get rewards with your MNT. So we'll try to provide as much value back to you guys for your time here with us today. So as usual, we'll have dev and product updates, and then we're going to be introducing Pichi Finance, who just recently deployed on Mantle. Super excited about that one. Excited to hear more from Wesley, who's going to join us on stage here in a moment. And then we'll go through the Mantle core budget proposal, which is up for discussion at the moment on the governance forum. And then we'll talk about the FBTC Sparkle campaign. And just want to remind everybody in the chat on Twitter, please do drop questions. I'll do my best to flag those. And we can ask a few of those if we've got some time here at the end. And as always, do join us on the Discord community, on the Telegram community. If your question is not answered, we can answer you over there. And I think we've got at least one or two of our moderators. I see Potato Juice in here already. And I see John here who's on the panel. So maybe you'll get an answer there in the chat as well. As usual, we've got an NFT which you can claim for most of our events here. So we're just going to continue with this retro, computer like whiz theme mixed with some Mantle vibes. So you can go over to queston.com/Mantle and you can claim that. Juice or anybody else, if you want to share that Queston link, that would be much appreciated. And I'm seeing there might be some issues with screen share. John or Igneous or Sterling or Wesley, are you guys able to see my screen here?
I am able to see your screen.
Okay, cool. It looks like maybe some people are having trouble seeing, but others are able to see. Okay, cool. We'll just keep rolling. So let's just do a quick round of intros. Really quickly on myself, I'm L. Brian, working in community, working on community, working with the community. For the past couple of years, started in the BitDAO days as an independent contributor, just trying to add value to the ecosystem and community. And I'm here all these years later, continuing to try to build community here with Mantle. If you have any other questions about me or my journey, happy to chat with you in Discord. why don't we pass it over to Wesley from Pichi? Do you just want to give us a quick introduction, who you are, what you do at Pichi, and maybe a little bit about your journey into Web3 as well?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, so we're Pichi Finance. I'm one of the co-founders. So Pichi, we're effectively points infrastructure to allow people to have price discovery pre-TGE and post-TGE. So we use ERC 6551 to enable people to mint a Pichi NFT wallet and allow people to buy and sell these wallets, therefore enabling points trading without collateral. Yeah, a little bit about me. Based in Asia, grew up in Canada. I've been in the space for a couple years, mainly just doing a little bit of DeFi stuff by myself last cycle. And then we did a guild with a bunch of players in the Philippines doing GameFi last cycle as well. And then, so yeah, that's kind of how I got introduced to crypto. It's been around the last couple years.
Awesome, thank you, Wesley. Igneous, do you want to give us a quick intro of who you are, what you do at Mantle?
Sure, thank you. Hi, everyone. Nice to, I think this is the first time I'm on this feed. Really nice to see everyone on Town Hall. Like Brian, I've been with Mantle since the beginning. I was actually one of the people who helped launch BitDAO all those years ago. Just by the way, Pichi, nice name, and I think this is a product that has been very sought after. I think it's definitely have a great product market fit. So yeah, today I think mostly I'm going to be talking about the governance bit as well as the budget. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to answer some questions as we go into vote soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Igneous. We'll pass over to John.
Hello, my friends. So my name is John. I'm a DevRel at Mantle. I do all sort of things regarding to developers, but my job is very simple. I am here to hype up the developer community at Mantle. So if you are a builder or you're just thinking and you have a thought in mind to become a builder one day, I think today is the day. Like I'll kind of quickly walk you through the journey of how easy it is to build on Mantle and how easy it is to build something cool like Pichi, for example. If you have any questions regarding anything protocol, dev related, or things like that, I'm here and happy to help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. And Sterling, last but not least.
Thank you, Brian. Hi, everyone. My name is Sterling. I'm the product manager right now for the Ignition FBTC. So I'm so happy to be here tonight, and based in Asia. So today I'm going to introduce the FBTC Sparkle campaign, so aka as FBTC Points Program. So if you have any question relevant to this program, feel free to leave your comments or questions in this chat.
Thanks a ton, Sterling. All right, let's just roll straight into it. All right, so really quickly, just want to cover some things that are going on in the ecosystem. I believe this tweet is pinned, or it was pinned on the Mantle Twitter account. So you can always find sort of what's going on in the ecosystem, whether, again, you're looking for like the biggest campaign that's going on. If you're like a veteran user or a community member, there's always something for you to get involved in. And this infographic right here is a great place to start. So tons of things going on, 2 major campaigns as mentioned and will be mentioned. Again, Metamorphosis, and then the Sparkle campaign as well from FBTC. But also the ecosystem is always bumping with exciting things to do. So you can go to missions.mantle.xyz, where you can find all the ways to get involved, whether it's an official Mantle campaign or it's a campaign from one of our ecosystem partners or teams building on Mantle. So do go check that out. And on the community side, we've got the final week of what we're calling our Mantle Summer Games. You may have noticed a flock of ducks flying around Twitter and in the Mantle community. Shout out to the man ducks out there. We're going to be doing our final week of activities this week. And if you took part this week, we also have a feedback form for you to fill out if you want to give feedback and also be part of creating a vibrant community at Mantle. We take all that feedback to heart and also want to get you involved in building with us. So we'll see you on Discord for the duck race after this event, and then also for poker this Friday. And yeah, just give us a shout. Would love to jam with you on community stuff. Really quickly on the Metamorphosis campaign, just wanted to give an update. There's 40 days left. If you're not familiar with Mantle Metamorphosis, essentially you can take your METH, which is Mantle's staking token or liquid staking token, and you can hold it on layer 1 or layer 2 or in a variety of applications, particularly on Mantle, to earn what's called Powder. Powder will be convertible to Cook, and Cook is the governance token for Mantle's liquid staking protocol or METH protocol. So again, 40 days left, seen tons of traction there, 200 million Powder, a little bit more than that to date. And we've got a handful of new integrations that happened this month, from Binance to Pendle, Bybit, some new pools from Cleopatra, and some new integrations with Aurelius and Hourglass and Theta Nuts. So do go check that out. There's always new ways to get involved there and new ways to earn. John, I'm going to pass over to you to talk about all things Mantle devs.
Yeah, and maybe to start off, not only Mantle devs, but just in general, how you can meet us and get support and talk to us. So first, in September, to be exact, it's starting September 5th, we're going to be present in Warsaw, Poland, for the ETH Warsaw conference and hackathon. So if you're a builder, do meet our product manager, Mario, there. He'll be judging. Yeah, so you can hack, or you can just come and see what we're cooking there. And then next slide, please, Ryan. Yes, also we are going to be present at KBW, so that's in Seoul, Korea. A lot of our team members are going there. Also, next slide. We are going to Token 2049, where you'll also be able to meet most of our team members. And literally, if you see someone from Mantle, just come over and ask anything. We're very friendly. So in the next slide, I'm going to show you the link where you can see. Yes, I'll send the link in the chat here under the messages. So yeah, this is the event calendar. So if you are going to any side events at one of these conferences, you'll be able to meet us. Yep. I would also like to share the screen, Brian, to show you a little bit.
No worries. Just give me 1 second here. And also, if you're lucky, you might meet the Mantle intern. You might find the Mantle intern at one of these upcoming events. But you gotta look really hard. You gotta put in some work to find the intern.
For sure. Yeah, I was just gonna, as promised, I was just gonna walk you guys through the journey of a developer on Mantle. So if you're a person just thinking whether you should go into kind of Solidity development or anything, I think the answer is absolutely yes. And how you should start doing it is definitely go to Mantle Learn. It's under one of the links that I sent. I can resend the message right now. So Mantle Learn is basically a platform where you can learn Solidity and anything you need as a beginner kind of dev. You don't need any prior knowledge to learning Solidity at all. So literally the tracks are super easy. Fungible tokens, right? So ERC20 tokens, how to build your own token and things like that. NFT mini story. This one is my favorite, to be honest. This is how you build an ERC721 token. And then obviously going a little bit more in depth and also becoming type of a pro. So yeah, if you're interested in developing, it's super easy. You can start off with Mantle Learn. And then the second thing you can do is go through Speedrun Ethereum. So Speedrun Ethereum is a very popular place for beginner developers to start learning kind of in practice how you build a dApp. So maybe in the future you'll be able to build a dApp like Pichi or something else. You have lots and lots of cool stuff building on Mantle. So yeah, here you have by example, kind of simple NFT example, decentralized staking app, and there's many more. And one of the tools that Speedrun Ethereum is using is called Scaffold ETH. it's a way for you guys to kind of quickly iterate on your projects without having to build your own front end. So what we did at Mantle recently was we created a tool called Scaffold MNT, where you can literally bootstrap your Mantle development in 2 minutes, right? So I'm not going to go into detail. There's going to be a lot of kind of content going out regarding Scaffold MNT in the future. Definitely, follow the Mantle Devs channel to see that content. But yeah, it's very easy to literally start debugging your contracts, and all the code. For example, you have the functions here, and then the functions are appearing here to literally let you work around and play around with these functions. So yeah, if you think of becoming a Mantle builder, first thing you got to do is go to Mantle Learn, and then Speedrun Ethereum and Scaffold MNT. So it's super easy, and yeah, building on Mantle easy. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone. I'll stop sharing my screen. Pass it over to you, Brian.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. And yeah, I want to encourage everybody, if you're not already in our developer chats as well, you can find support while you're building, whether you're new or whether you're a veteran. There's also tons of folks from our ecosystem involved in our Telegram chats and our Discord chats too. We're happy to connect people and just make sure that your experience building on Mantle is top notch. So do join us. I'm going to share my screen again here. Thank you so much, John. All right. Okay, so our product team is very busy building. So I'm going to do their updates here today. Super excited about these. So we just had a recent space about Mantle LSP, which is now called METH protocol. So a rebrand here, sort of a pivot, which puts the METH name front and center. So, as this protocol continues to evolve, we want to have a really strong, recognizable brand, and we've already got a lot of traction here with METH. And as the product suite expands, we've got METH, CMETH, and the Cook token. Just want to make sure, again, we've got this really strong, recognizable brand experience and protocol for everybody to get involved with. So do look out for the upcoming governance token Cook. So this will be the home on Mantle and across other chains, of course, for all of the future liquid staking and restaking for METH holders and CMETH holders. And there's a great space, again, I just mentioned it, but if you go to METH protocol on Twitter, there was a great space that kind of walked through the thinking for this rebrand. Other major sort of product update here is from the Mantle Reward Station. So if you're a Pendle user, this is an exciting day for you because you're going to get additional rewards. If you hold LP MNT or YT MNT, you will get additional what's called Mantle Power, and that's power, not powder. Powder is for the Metamorphosis campaign. Reward Station earns you Mantle Power, so or MP as we call it for short. And as you earn MP, it basically accrues whatever the active token rewards are on the reward station. So right now that's Cook. So you can lock your MNT in the reward station to earn Cook or Mantle Power, and that will, you'll later be able to claim Cook. But you can now earn additional Mantle Power through holding LP MNT or YT MNT through Pendle. So this is super exciting for a few reasons, but I think the main one here is that this kind of opens us up to more possibilities in different formats for external partnerships for the reward station, where you can lock your MNT to earn, but also you can simultaneously earn through these partnership opportunities that we've got. So again, just kind of always continuing to provide the most robust suite of rewards possible here on Mantle. So do check that out if you are a Pendle user. All right, and let's go over to Pichi. So we've got Wesley here to introduce Pichi. Can you just, I know you've prepared a few slides here, so could you just walk us through what is Pichi? And as you need to switch through slides, please do just let me know to switch over. And maybe we can cover a few community questions too if they come in through the chat.
Sure. Yeah. So as I mentioned previously in the town hall, Pichi enables users to use ERC 6551 token standard. We call this a token bound account. So it enables users to mint a Pichi wallet that acts as a NFT. It mints an NFT and acts as a wallet, and allows the users to deposit a whole suite of assets. So, everything from USDC to like METH for Mantle, enabling points to be recognized to that NFT. And we have a marketplace that allows people to trade the NFTs, therefore trading their points without any collateral. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. It's a good segue from the whole Pendo discussion, because we actually started from winning or coming in second at ETH Denver, where Pendo was one of the judges. And the whole concept kind of was inspired from YT Pendo. And with the whole like Eigen airdrop and Renzo, all the liquid restaking stuff that kind of boomed over the past 6 months, we thought to ourselves, like, how can we let people to have liquidity before the actual token generation event happens? So yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell what we do and how we got started.
Amazing. And why, I'm just curious, why build on Mantle? What was your guys' thought process in building over here in our ecosystem?
Well, I mean, I think you explained a lot of that in the last couple of minutes. I think with the Metamorphosis campaign, with METH, CMETH, with Cook, with FBTC, I think Mantle really understands using points as customer acquisition and really creating that community through points. So for us to be able to integrate with Mantle and to be able to offer different liquidity options within the Mantle ecosystem, it just seemed like it made a lot of sense.
Amazing. And so if I'm a Mantle user, like what's kind of my first, what's the first thing I should do on Pichi? And maybe we can transition into kind of like what's coming next after that. So what's the user journey like for somebody who's new to Pichi Finance?
Yeah, sure. So what you would do is you'd go on Pichi, you would mint an NFT wallet. It's do it on Arbitrum or do it on Mantle. It saves a lot of fees. So you mint a wallet, and then you would figure out what you would want to farm with that wallet. So it acts very similar to your EOA, like a MetaMask. It can be enabled through Wallet Connect. So what you do is you deposit in Mantle situation, your METH into the wallet. You would use that wallet to, you could even use it to swap or to stake or whatever. And then after you've used it to farm points, you would withdraw the asset from the wallet, and then you would list the wallet on the marketplace. It just offers an extra option for you to sell the points that you're going to receive in the future. You don't have to sell it. You could use it to farm, to kind of like, spread the risk across different protocols, or if you want to, kind of combine a bunch of different wallets later on, you could do that. And you could just use that Pichi NFT wallet to also claim the airdrop in the future. So it just gives you a lot of different optionality when you're doing like farming for points.
Got it. And I just want to make sure we cover everything that you guys have put into your slides here. So do you want to talk a little bit more about the sort of problems statement here, if there's anything we missed?
Yeah, sure. I think, for points, a lot of different protocols and projects are doing points. Pendo got really popular through points. There's a lot of, hype behind it, but I think for projects, it makes a lot of sense. But, obviously there's a bit of point fatigue. I'm not going to shy away from that. And I think with our solution, it allows people to kind of de-risk or even have different hedging or trading strategies around points. So the same way, like, Pendo has YT and PT, you might, go long YT and then buy a little PT to hedge out because it's fixed yield. I want people to understand like that's how our product should be used as well. Maybe you farm Metamorphosis for like 20 days, and then you're like, okay, well, I feel like I don't want to farm it anymore. Then Pichi offers you a solution to kind of get liquidity on what you farmed. So I think the whole points trading was made popular by Whales, and Whales has collateral. So we don't look at ourselves as a Whales competitor. We offer a different suite of products, but I think that's probably the easiest way to understand it.
Amazing. Yeah, super relevant to Mantle ecosystem with all of the ongoing campaigns and opportunities to earn points as well. I'm going to go back here on the slides here. We kind of already covered this, but is there anything else you want to add here about how Pichi works, what that user journey looks like, and anything in particular that especially a new user should focus on?
I think what we're trying to educate people in our product is people should have Pichi in the forefront of their mind when they're farming a new points program. So, go to Pichi, spin up 1 to 5 to 10 wallets, whatever you want to do, and use that to farm whatever protocol you want to farm. So, obviously there's a lot of different protocols. Like, for example, like TimeSwap, we just talked to TimeSwap that's on Mantle. If you want to farm some time, I want people to think of us before they go into farming. And I think being top of mind for that education process of using us as like a farming wallet, so you have the optionality to sell that wallet later, is the hardest part for us. But yeah, I think that's what I want to get through.
Yeah, absolutely. That's super interesting concept and probably new for quite a lot of people. But I love the way I love the idea of like sort of aggregating all of the effort and all of the points I've accrued into a single wallet that I can then leverage later to sell or use however. Super interesting.
Yeah. Just to jump in, I think it's like from a developer standpoint, I think this is one of the best implementations of non-fungible token bound accounts. I think I had this idea in mind. I wanted to hack it at a hackathon at one point, but then I think you guys are super ahead. I was literally just playing around with Pichi. I think it's a great way to start earning points and then literally liquidate the positions before so I think this is one of the best I've ever seen in terms of like token bound accounts. Just my 2 cents.
Awesome. Thanks, John. And I just want to say to everybody else on the panel, if you do want to jump in at any point, add some context, because I know, again, we've got Sterling here talking about Sparkle later on. Feel free to chime in at any point. So I guess with that, I just want to encourage everybody to go follow Pichi, to go follow like their journey, not only on Mantle, but just generally give them a follow on Twitter, join their communities, and can't wait to see, the space you guys kind of start to occupy in the Mantle ecosystem as you continue to grow here with our community. And thank you so much, Wesley, for joining us. Is there anything
awesome.
Is there anything else you wanted to add?
We will be offering some, rewards. So please stay tuned all through the Mantle ecosystem with some partners soon. So definitely stay tuned for those.
All right. Yeah, you guys heard it here. I don't know if it's here first, but stay tuned. Can't wait to see that, man. Thank you so much, Wesley.
Thank you.
All right, Igneous. Let me adjust our little screen share here so we've got everybody up on screen properly. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so we're going to chat about the governance proposal, which is now live on the forum. I'll post a link to that here in just a moment in the chat if you guys aren't familiar. So we've got the year 2 budget proposal, which of course is following year 1 here. So Igneous is our public liaison at Mantle, and he spends a lot of time as well, talking about governance and defending that sort of process. So welcome, Igneous.
Thank you. Thrilled to be here.
So maybe we can just start with the introduction to the proposal. So what is this proposal about, and why should the community care about it?
Yeah, sure. Time flies. Mantle has already been around for more than a year. So that is even the mainnet, and then the work that led to that, including the testnet phase and including all the kind of like foundation building or the audits, that's actually been taking almost 18 months. So yeah, Mantle has been growing strength from strength as the great turnout today really testifies to that. Great growth is also fueled by cash. That is why, in order to kind of like chart a even grander voyage in the second year, we are here, back here again, just like 18 months ago, looking to, try to put those grand kind of like ideas and dreams into budgetary terms, and here we are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the proposal also has a kind of recap of year one. So let's touch on those as well. So what are some of the highlights from year one that we saw as a result of the budget that was allocated there?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Mantle, as we mentioned, it kind of like started as a Ethereum layer 2, but obviously, we have already grown much bigger than that. But sort of like the key kind of like product side of things, there was the testnet launch called Wadley, that was in the ancient days of January 2023. And then we had the mainnet launch at last year's 2 years ago, the ECC. Last year's ECC. Time is quite flexible around here. And that was a major success. And we actually had even had an upgrade earlier this year in March called Mantle V2 Tectonic, actually named that. The ecosystem has already got more than 230 dApps. It's one of the largest L2s by total value locked, and it is using its massive treasury to the amount of 2 to 3 billion to help kind of like really grow in terms of just yield opportunities as well as other opportunities for users. That is the blockchain layer 2 part. Late last year, we also launched, back then it was called Mantle LSP, now called Math Protocol. So this is kind of like something that we've always wanted to do, and it just kind of like really was as successful as we could possibly imagine. Within a couple of months, it was already the fourth largest LSP, ETH LSP. And it has seen no sign of stopping. And with the upcoming restaking token as well as governance token, we are looking at kind of like, almost as impactful a product as Mantle Network Layer 2 itself. And Sterling is here to talk about FBTC, which is an omni-chain Bitcoin asset that is pegged 1-to-1 to Bitcoin. So one thing that we've really seen is just Mantle really just kind of like is really good at putting things together and making it bigger than its component parts. So like we started this journey basically just trying to build a solid L2 for Ethereum, because we see that with a scaling bottleneck for Ethereum. And then we have actually grown into this massive ecosystem that is one of the most popular and one of the most beloved. And we have hundreds of people on this feed right now. Really just shows kind of like if you build it, people will come. And we hope to kind of like take the lessons and the kind of like success from the first year, and then build further on top of that into what we will do in the second year.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, what are some of those lessons and challenges that I guess we as a team and as an ecosystem and community face during this first year? That
Yeah.
this second budget cycle, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that segues really nicely to kind of like this topic. I guess I'll take it from like two different angles. First of all, is kind of like just overall, obviously, like once we announced, I'm sure kind of like maybe people had this idea as well, but it does feel like once we announced an L2, everyone is doing an L2. But Mantle really differentiates itself by creating kind of like a lot of quality assets and incubating, supporting a lot of quality assets. So two of the largest names in crypto in this year so far, Athena and Eigenlayer, both like started working with Mantle first. So we actually started working with Eigenlayer, almost 2 years ago. That was before anyone outside of kind of like the close-knit circle has even heard of it. And now it's one of the largest names, and everyone is talking about restaking protocol. There are like entire economic kind of like models and systems built on top of ABSs. And obviously Athena has really taken the space kind of like in its full glory, with its synthetic dollar, one of the most popular kind of like names in the space. And Mantle helped kind of like Athena team to kind of like help kind of build their go-to-market strategy as well as the liquidity from virtually day one. So these are all kind of like just track records of Mantle doing really well, but at the same time, it is a very, very crowded space. Everyone is trying different things, and we kind of like, also got kind of like a social proof. Just seeing like a lot of people are doing the same thing as we are doing, it kind of like shows that we are probably on the right track. But also we also get to, I think like one benefit of being a very crowded space is that you don't have to basically retrace everyone's mistakes. So when other people make mistakes, we also kind of like really just kind of like do a very good review and see what we can learn from it. So this is kind of like more of a growth kind of ecosystem growth kind of point of view. In terms of budget control, people can actually see kind of all our budgets is available, like all the how much of the year one budget has been spent and how they are spent is completely available, and we actually recapped it in the proposal. But one thing kind of like a really we didn't underestimate in terms of budget, because when we first asked for the budget, we kind of left some latitude, but we came pretty close, is just how much infra and kind of like cloud service like is going to cost, as well as how audits are just very crucial but also very expensive. So basically like some of the budgetary items that really kind of almost hit its cap were basically infra spending, cloud services, other kind of like just third-party services, as well as audits. And audits, this is probably like just the most important thing, because security, there's nothing is a higher priority. But it does also mean that this year when we come back for a new budgetary cycle, we also just kind of like took that lesson and put more kind of like earmarked more amounts to those functions.
Thank you for all that context, Igneous. Yeah, and I do just want to reiterate too that like because Mantle is governed by a DAO and by delegates who hold and delegate MNT, the Treasury Monitor to me is something I was really excited to see when that came out, because I think accountability, transparency should be top of mind for anybody who's involved in the DAO. So the ability to sort of track the budget spend and everything directly in real time through the Treasury Monitor, I think is an exceptional step that was made towards making this a more transparent DAO-led experience.
Yeah, I'd like to just really second that. It's an absolute beauty, and like in one sense, we're actually doing even much better than most public companies, because every budget line item is actually listed in real time. This is, for everyone was really excited about anxious about the NVIDIA earnings call yesterday, but it's earning call every day, or like budget call every day for Mantle.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would encourage you guys to go get familiar with those tools as well. They're worth checking out. So let's move on to the second year budget. I'm just being mindful of time. We've still got FBTC here, so we might skip a few questions. Can you just introduce sort of what are some of the changes and what is in the year 2 budget? What are the sort of major categories for the overall budget?
I think in terms of major category, it doesn't really change much. Obviously, there's the workforce, and the workforce is growing and it's going to expand. And there's kind of like the administrative costs, such as recruitment, legal, just other administrative facts. And there are two kind of like a prong kind of like budget we've always discussed, is that we don't want to kind of like let technological development clash with kind of like marketing growth. So we have separate budgets for marketing, for tech and engineering, and in addition to infrastructure and security that I just mentioned. Also, we also have the great ecosystem and builders program that John was just talking about. That also kind of include the great hackathons and hacker houses that Sozo House is running.
Yeah, and the builder ecosystem growth sort of category, those programs, like you said, saw just an increase, a pretty significant increase, and they're one of the largest budget items. So there's 12 million in stables and 120 million allocated in MNT to this category. So from your perspective, and from your perspective, why the emphasis on this category in year 2? What's the sort of strategic vision there?
Yeah, I think just kind of like for anyone kind of like is growing a on-chain ecosystem, they would tell you that there's no greater asset than a very engaged and very innovative dev community. That is why we have such great DevRel specialist John here, because in order to kind of build consumer-facing products, to kind of really build something for people and to iterate that people will use, it is very important that you have the talents. And then the reason why we are so bullish on kind of like the Ethereum ecosystem, so much so that most of our products actually build on Ethereum, is actually because despite all the other blockchains kind of like garnering attention by that meme culture, when you look at kind of like the true developer resources, by and large, it's on Ethereum. It's in the Ethereum ecosystem. So this is why in the long term we really think this is a high risk, not high risk, like moderate risk, but high return bet, just to kind of really double down on supporting the developer ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. And also just want to shout out, like you said, Sozo House there earlier. Go give them a follow. They're doing some amazing stuff down there in Argentina right now. Great hack houses, credible builders. John,
maybe I could actually chime in a little bit. Yeah, thank you for the good words. We definitely, let me turn my camera. Yeah, we definitely want to double down on builders on Mantle. I absolutely think that one of the most important things is for us to find product market fit for builders building on Mantle. And this is kind of the justification for the large kind of budget. And just 2 cents, Sozo House, a very good one for advanced developers. If you want to kind of build your next project on Mantle, Sozo House would be a pre-accelerator, as well as kind of stay tuned for more developer programs, a renewed builder grants program, as well as potentially some hackathons. All right, I'm going to remove myself. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you, John. Okay, so maybe we can just round out this section. I think we talked a little, I think you kind of ran through my list of questions I had here. Maybe I can move over to our other slide here about how people can get involved in the governance process to be part of the discussion, to delegate and vote. Can you just walk us through that process and kind of where we're at in this process today, what stage we're at?
Yeah, sure. So for people who's MNT using the layer 2 wallet, in a wallet on layer 2, you actually don't even need to delegate. I think it's automatic. But if you're on layer 1, you obviously need to kind of like make an on-chain action to delegate the votes. You can either delegate it to yourself or to some other delegates that you trust or you support. And the discussion is on forum.mantle.xyz, and we will obviously kind of like post the vote link when it's up. But you can see kind of like all the past governance actions at snapshot.org/bitDAO. One thing that's actually pretty exciting for governance kind of like nerds is that I know like a lot of us, including myself, we locked a lot of our MNT at Mantle Reward Station. So for those of you who worry that you won't be able to kind of cast your vote because your MNT is locked, we are actually kind of like just getting that kind of like the voting power still kind of like traceable to your wallet. So the upgrade should be coming pretty soon, and we are quite confident it will come before the vote. So yeah, if you have any MNT in your Mantle Reward Station, they will be eligible for vote.
Yeah, this is something I was personally waiting for and had questions about, because there's just so much MNT locked in the reward station, and like the question of like, is this going to conflict with participation in our governance was top of mind for me. So it's amazing to see that this is already being integrated here. Just want to encourage everybody again. So if you are holding on Mantle, go ahead and delegate. If you are locked in a reward station, you will be able to vote when the proposal hits snapshot. But if you plan to delegate, please do delegate before the proposal hits snapshot. So I would say sooner than later if you plan to delegate, because the way snapshot works, they take a snapshot essentially of the eligible voters before it goes to snapshot. After it's up, if you delegate after it hits snapshot, you won't be eligible to vote for that proposal. You'll be eligible for the following proposals, but not this one. So delegate sooner than later if you're planning to vote, and encourage you all to get out there and vote. And the discussion forum is open too. For feedback, for questions, for comments. You can go over to the forum and ask anything you want. You can make suggestions. And also there's a feedback and suggestion topic there where if you have ideas, you can also drop those as well. Igneous, anything else on this proposal that you think the community should know before we close out this section?
I don't know. I think I would just kind of really encourage everyone to read through it. We put a lot of effort into and put a lot of thought into putting it together. We really think this is a reasonable budget that will bring us to even the further forefront in kind of like the path that we have set ourselves on. We kind of like really take into account of all the lessons and kind of like insights that we gain in the first year. We really think second year will be even greater and grander. We're going to continue to create a lot more yield opportunities, incubate quality assets, and really just kind of like make opportunity more abound, and just people can get whatever kind of like strategy, whatever risk appetite they have, instead of just meme coin or just kind of like really DeFi degen. We have everything here, and we thanks to Mantle's large treasury, we're able to deliver a higher quality and higher return product for users.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting for me reflecting on that first year, remembering when that first year budget hit snapshot and when it passed. And now a year later, like looking at this next year ahead, all the things that happened in year one that I didn't expect, just new products being built, the growth of the community has been, it's been incredible. It's been incredible to build friends in this community too, like the friendships that I've seen blossom in our channels, and the products that have been built. I really can't wait to see what happens in year two, once we sort of.
Yeah, very much agree. Just one more thing, actually. Sorry, I just want to kind of like dovetail on what you just said. So the year one budget, when we first kind of like proposed, we were really just looking at Mantle network. And then in the end, we not only have the Mantle network, we have, you know, all the things that Solar House did, all the events that we went and met with all the great builders, as well as all the enthusiasts. And we have multiple campaigns that are kind of like just really capturing people's imagination, including Metamorphosis and Mental Reward Station. And we've been really delivering quality and value to everyone in Mental Reward Station, starting from is Cena the first one, or, you know, like like we've been really kind of like giving people the best of the best, and that kind of like really just speaks for them about you know, the team really finding all the great partners and really, you know, ultimately delivering that benefits to users. And not only do we have Mantle network, we actually have Math protocol, we have FBTC to which we are supporting, and we have, you know, CMath and Cook coming. All these were actually not included in the initial proposal, but with the same budget, we actually delivered all that. So not to say that, you know, we want to over-promise anything, but I think people can expect some extra, one more thing or a few more things than, you know, what is included in the budget. We're still going to stay in the budget, but we'll be delivering more than we promised.
Let's go. Super excited for this. Honestly, that was energizing to hear. Thank you so much, Igneous, for joining us. And
thank you, everybody.
To follow everybody who's on this panel: Wesley, Igneous, John. I'll share all those in the chat as well. Igneous has some top-notch memes that you should definitely check out on his page. All right, we've got Sterling here, FBTC. Thank you so much, sir, for sticking in with us. Let's jump into the product updates here on FBTC. Thank you again for joining.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, before we introduce the FBTC Sparkle campaign to the community, I would like to spend a few minutes on introducing recent updates about FBTC. So the first one, I think as everyone may have known, that, you know, Babylon restaking phase 1 has ended in August 22nd. So the good news is, you know, the FBTC actually accounted for like 418 Bitcoin in this phase 1 round, because the cap is 1,000 Bitcoin for Babylon restaking phase 1. So the mechanism is like, you know, you just stick your FBTC into like a Bedrock, Pump, or Soft protocol, and, you know, we will just help move the underlying Bitcoin to a multi-sig wallet address, and those wallet address can actually participate in the Babylon restaking protocol. And the next update is about the new chains. FBTC Swap and Bridge are going to support 2 new chains, which are Arbitrum and Base, which means that you can just, you know, swap any eligible token on these 2 new networks to FBTC. And also, if you want to like participate in some like protocols maybe exclusive to Arbitrum, Base, or other chains, you can just use the bridge to just bridge your FBTC to a different network. So the launch timeline will probably be like the first week of September. So let's just wait for that. And last update about the product side is about the Sparkle dashboard. As FBTC has announced this like official like Sparkle campaign on the social media. So I think, what users care most about is the how many sparks they have earned and how many protocols they have participated in. So we're going to do some kind of like retroactive indexing. So the earliest date, that is like I believe is July 12th, which is the official announcement of FBTC online on the social media. And also there will be a front-end Sparks dashboard for every user, so you can see that your FBTC positions in different protocols, as well as like how many Sparks you have earned so far. Yeah, and I think that's the recent updates about the FBTC product side. Brent, can you go to the next slide?
Yeah, and I think that'll be exciting for a lot of folks. I think one of the questions I've seen quite a bit is about the dashboard. So just know that that's coming, guys. That's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Also, I would like to add one more comment on the dashboard. because we have we have been working on the dashboard, I mean back end and front end stuff. So probably we're going to release the dashboard by the mid of September, if everything goes well. So yeah, let's just wait for the release on the Twitter or social media channels. Yeah, let's introduce a little bit more about the FBTC Sparkle campaign. So basically, four types of behavior will be rewarded. You could hold FBTC in your wallets, or you can just stake your FBTC into Babylon restaking protocols like Solve protocol, Pump BTC, or Bedrock, or any kinds of protocols built on Babylon restaking protocols. And also you can, just provide liquidity for FBTC trading pairs. Right now, there are two main trading pairs that are being rewarded. One is WPTC to FBTC. The other one is MEs to FBTC. So when you provide liquidity for these two trading pairs, for MEs and FBTC trading pair, you can earn, both powder, which can be converted into Cook in the future, as well as Sparks, which can be to maybe FBTC governance token in the future as well. So you can, earn double yields just by providing liquidity for these trading pair. And the last behavior is you can deposit FBTC into multi-chain protocols. For example, Mantle or Fuel Network or Circuit. So you can, just earn FBTC Sparks, as well as those multi-chain protocols points program as well. Yeah, and also please be noted that the minimum balance for FBTC, if you want your address being indexed and being rewarded, the minimum requirement is at least 0.001 FBTC, which are probably $60, I believe, given the current Bitcoin price. Yeah, and also if you can just click this link fbtc.com/ongoing campaign. Just visit the fbtc.com and you will see a campaign tab on the navigation bar, and click it, and you can have all of the available protocols that are partners of the FBTC. And also for some protocols, they have given the highest multiplier for FBTC holders. For example, like Pump BTC, if you deposit your FBTC into Pump, actually they give FBTC holder extra 50% Pump BTC points to FBTC holders. This is the highest rewards compared to other partners. Yes, and also for the integration side, you can see that the campaign page actually outlines four types of behavior protocols. One is Babylon restaking. Right now we have integrated five protocols: Pump BTC, Bedrock, Solve protocol, Pal network, and Set layer. So all of these five protocols have accepted the Bitcoin. You can just deposit your Bitcoin in FBTC into these five protocols. And the next type of behavior is liquidity provision. As I mentioned before, is MEs, FBTC, WBTC, FBTC trading pairs. So you can just provide liquidity on Ethereum or on DEXs, on Ethereum, Mantle, or BNB chain. So Merchant Mode on Mantle network, any finance on Mantle network, and also Uniswap and Dodo on Ethereum and BNB chain as well. And also for the money markets, which are lending, I believe you can just supply your FBTC into Avalon Labs, Lendo on Mantle network, Ethereus, Mintress on Mantle network as well, to earn the lending rate, the APY, as well as to earn Sparks, and also those protocols points. So this can give you multiple yields. And for the multi-chain, we have partnered with Mantle, Fuel, and Circuit. So just deposit your FBTC into these networks, and you can just earn FBTC Sparks, and and Mantle a few Zergate points as well. Yeah, just and also I would like to mention that if you deposit your FBTC on protocols on Mantle network, this will give you like 4 times Sparks compared to 2 times Sparks on Ethereum BNB. So, and also, Mantle is a Ethereum layer 2, which is known for extremely lower fees, transaction fees. So I would recommend that if you have FBTC, you can just deposit your FBTC onto protocols on Mantle network to earn the highest multipliers of FBTC Sparks. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's for Sparkle campaign over introduction. Yeah, Albert, can you go to the next slide? Yeah, and also there is a ongoing campaign. We have been running for like 7 days. So this is called the FBTC Sparkle campaign early adopter boost. So the requirement is like between like August 22nd and September 22nd, only like 30 days or 31 days. You just hold a daily average of like 0.001 FBTC, which are $60 in wallets. You can just earn like a 5 million dollars. I would recommend BTC or hold any FBTC. Maybe everything ends snapshot. What kind of benefits? So you participate in and after this ends, that the the NFT can be like minted, and you can just have it in your wallets. Yeah, and that's all about the FBTC Sparkle campaign.
Thank you again, Sterling. Tons of exciting stuff coming up over there. And as always, want to encourage you guys to join FBTC channels if you have questions and such. You can open up a ticket in the support channel there on Discord too if you have any troubles. Happy to answer you guys there. But yeah, tons of exciting things coming up. Dashboard, early adopter campaigns, tons of new integrations. Things are just kicking off for FBTC. And yeah, we're in this early adopter phase. So all of you guys who are here listening to this are early to this. And I think there's a lot of exciting stuff kicking off for the BTC ecosystem, especially across the EVM chains right now. So yeah, excited to see just what, again, this year, not only for Mantle, but for FBTC, yeah, provides for us. Thank you so much, Sterling, for joining us.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, and we're just a few minutes past. Thank you so much, Ignace and Sterling, for staying on past the time. John and Wesley jumped. Thank you to John and Wesley and the Pichi family, who's now joining Mantle. Thank you all so much. I am going to give the password for Queston because I know a lot of you guys are asking that. Let me post the link here one more time. So the password is VOTE, VOTE, super simple, all lowercase. And this is going to be the password to claim your NFT for attending this event. So it's only claimable, I think, for maybe an hour or so after. So do claim it quickly if you plan to claim it. And thank you so much to everybody here for joining. We have a lot of exciting things coming up and also ongoing. So the recording this is available on Twitter and also on YouTube if you missed anything or if you missed out on the beginning. But from here, we'll see you guys over on the Mantle Discord, where we can continue chatting and getting to know each other for the next man duck race. you can find us over there for the next hour or so jamming with the community. Thank you, Igneous. Thank you, Sterling. Any final words from either of you before we close out?
Vote.
Vote. Yes, go over, jump in the discussion. Get ready to vote, guys. All right, thanks so much. We will see you guys on Discord and on chain. Thank you so much. Talk soon.